Hey guys, Brickset here, and today we're going to be analyzing the Ninjago City Gardens set and trying to spot some hidden details, things you might miss. So let's just dive right in. We have Chen's Noodle House as part of this, and we don't get anyone from the show that ever worked at Chen's Noodle House in the set. It looks sort of like May might work there, but May is a character created for this set. So she's not in the show. It's kind of a bummer that we didn't get a Skylar minifigure, as Skylar now kind of runs the noodle shop post season 4, but that's okay. And it's really, really cool that we get this location. It's reappeared a couple of times throughout the series, and it's definitely an iconic place in Ninjago City. Now, I made a mock for my Ninjago City about a year ago, and so I have a custom Chen's Noodle House. And I don't want to assume anything, but it kind of feels like Lego copied me a little bit. I'm just kidding. Uh, Another iconic location from the show is, of course, the Ninjago City Museum. Now, we haven't seen the full museum, so we don't know all of the details inside, but my guess would be that that will be packed with references. But what we do see in the one little thumbnail picture we have is a portrait of Sensei Yang, obviously from Day of the Departed. We also get a microscale Destiny's Bounty that kind of looks like the 2020 Legacy Bounty set that we got, just that season 1, season 2 bounty look that obviously the Legacy set is based off of. There's also what appears to be a map of Ninjago and some security cameras. The staff on the side, I haven't figured out if that's supposed to be anything. It could be a reference to the serpentine staves, although it's not the same piece, but maybe that's what it's trying to represent. So if you have any ideas about what that is, let me know in the comments. But I don't think that that's really a reference to anything at this point. Now, again, I don't want to throw shade at Lego, but in the video where I talked about the reveal of the 2021 modular police station, I said that I had plans to make that into the Ninjago City Museum. I just got the interior and turn it into a museum. Then they added a museum to Ninjago City. So I don't know. Lego kind of copied me on that one too. Just saying. Next up, we have the Ninja Zone. And this area is not really from the show. I guess it's sort of an arcade, sort of a ninja hangout place. And obviously on the TV, we have a Prime Empire reference. And it's a little hard to tell what the video game is exactly, but I'm sure that's another reference of some kind. We also see a portrait of all of the ninja there with their modern designs, so I guess it's sort of a recreation of the iconic family portrait that was sort of the intro of seasons 1 and 2. That is kind of being remade with the new character designs there, so that's pretty cool. Right under that, we have the Ice Planet Ice Cream Shop, and this is not a location that's from the show. There was never an Ice Planet ice cream shop, although it could be referring to the Lego theme by the same name. I'm sure it is. Lego's very intentional with their sort of references and Easter eggs there. But it could also be a reference to a future Ninjago season. Back in about February of 2020, the writer of Ninjago, Braggy Shoot, was asking Ninjago fans for ideas for an ice cream shop in the show. And that timeline works out kind of where that was probably going to be in season 14. I would guess that that certainly is the case. There's going to be an ice cream shop in season 14 somewhere. And it's very possible that the Ice Planet ice cream shop is going to be that exact thing. So this will become a location in the show in a upcoming season. But another thought is that the name of an ice cream shop in the show won't be Ice Planet because as they were developing the show and this set, that those things happen kind of simultaneously. And so while this ice cream shop might not be the name of the ice cream shop from the show, it might sort of be a reference to that ice cream shop in the show in season 14. You'll just have to kind of use your imagination and call it something differently. At the very top of Ninjago City, we have what they're calling the Ninja Control Tower. Now, the design of this little build and the sort of name of it, reminds me of the control tower that the ninja break into in season 3. It looks very Borg Industries-esque, so that's what I'm kind of thinking there, is that sort of is a reference to that location. And if you wanted, you could throw your Mindroid figure in there. I don't know. Have fun with that. Now, down at the bottom of the city, we see Ronan coming out of a building, and it's sort of on the bottom level right next to the water, which sort of almost looks like the City of Styx. So it's not named in the catalog here, but that very well could be sort of a representation of Ronan's shop in that room. We don't know. We'll have to wait for official pictures to come out, but I don't know. I think that would be pretty cool if they had Ronan's shop from the show in there. Next, I want to talk about something that might be kind of a stretch, but hear me out. So, Ash and Flash, who is another Lego YouTuber from Canada, he talked about there being a statue in the back that we don't see in this picture, and I'm not super sure on why he knows that. Basically, he was hinting that there was a statue of some kind, but he didn't want to say what it was. But then, based on his response to what chat was throwing out, it seems, to me, it sounded like there's a very high chance that there's a Zane statue from season 3, beginning of season 4, in the back of Ninjago City Gardens, which would be a really awesome reference. Now, I am a little disappointed because, again, I have a Zane statue in my city. What the heck, Lego? I think it's funny that a lot of stuff that I put in my city is kind of going to be made redundant by this set, but that's okay. I will get over it. Maybe getting a Zane statue means that we will get that bandana piece in the silver color that it kind of should be on the statue. Because my statue is just white because that's the closest to grayscale that part exists in right now. So yeah, that'd be fun. So that's pretty much all that I can find out about the specific locations that are featured in the set. But now let's talk about some of the minifigures. So starting with young Lloyd, this is the first time we're getting a sort of young Lloyd when he's training to be the Green Ninja, which is super awesome because this is the first time that hairpiece, which they use for the young Lloyd in the show, we're getting that in the tan blonde color. So it's the right color for that. The rest of the figure, I think the face is using the same young Lloyd face from Destiny's Bounty last year, and the torso is the same as his season 10 March of the Oni, also the first wave of Legacy sets torso, which is fine. I will definitely be throwing that hairpiece on a more accurate young Lloyd using the original face and the original torso because I'm just like that. Also, when I made my original video talking about the reveal of this picture, I was a little confused where Sensei Wu's dog came from, and actually Sensei Wu's dog is still not ever featured in the show. It's not from the Ninjago TV show, but in the set Master Wu Dragon from 2015, there was also a dog in it that was called Sensei Wu's dog. He had a little crossbow, little cute guy. But yeah, so I guess this dog is a little reference to that, so that's kind of interesting. Although, again, Wu has never had a dog in the show yet, so maybe we'll see that in a future season. I don't know. And of course, you get a new Misako, you get Clutch Powers again, you get a new Ronin, you get the mechanic for the first time in minifigure form, and you also get Cece, who is supposed to be one of the mechanic's sort of cronies. I couldn't find anyone in the show that looked exactly like Cece, but definitely the mask and sort of the torso are consistent with what the mechanic's cronies wear in the beginning of season 12. So that's kind of fun. Next up, I want to talk about a few notable pieces that are kind of fun. Number one, there's a pink frog, which there were a ton of pink frogs in the bonsai tree, but there's also one in here, which is pretty cool. Moving up on the tree, you can see sort of the top of the Ninjago 10-year anniversary print, or maybe it's a sticker on the tree there, and that's pretty cool. Obviously, this set is sort of commemorating 10 years of the show, of the theme, and it's really nice that we get that little plaque in this set. I don't know, that feels really nice. Also, behind the tree, you'll see there's a roller coaster piece in red, which, I don't know, I just thought was kind of interesting. And there's little, like, phones on the ends of it, so that makes for some nice detail there. Also, I want to shout out that the lanterns lining this set are trans blue instead of the trans orange from the docks and Ninjago City, which I think is fine. That's a fine change. I'm okay with that. But nonetheless, it's something to note. Lastly, I want to talk about how this whole set is sort of curved and feels very much like an end cap to me. So it's obviously a corner modular, and it seems like it will connect on the right side to either Ninjago City or Ninjago City docks. But on the left side, it kind of is a little weird. I'm not sure how it would connect. And looking over here, you can see there's another one of those gray pieces that they use to attach the advertisements to, sort of at a 45-degree angle, much like the front part is on the corner here. And so that sort of suggests to me that the main pathway here will wrap around. And it's really interesting that also up above that in the student apartment, there's a little balcony that's facing that direction, which would be the direction that it would connect to another set. So also down below, you can see Temple Island sort of just kind of exists there. And I feel like it would look really, really weird for this building to be mashed up right next to one, because then you'd basically have a balcony looking straight into a wall, or the Temple Island would sort of be just right up against a wall. So I don't think that they would really do that. So for those reasons, I'm going to call it right now that this set is sort of an end cap, and it's possible that Lego is kind of trying to be done with these Ninjago City sets, and so they kind of made this an end cap to tie it all together and finish off the building. But again, we don't have official pictures, so we can't get a 360 view, so we don't know if there will be modular connections on the other side. But yeah, that is going to do it for my look through some things that you might have missed in the Ninjago City Gardens. Thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more on Ninjago City and other things Lego as well. Until next time, bye.